Norwegian Cemetery is a small cemetery on the northwest side of Port Washington, Wisconsin. It's definitely off the beaten path. There's no sign showing you where it is, and there's not a lot of information available, but we can make a good guess that it served the local Norwegian immigrant community. Even today, there are headstones with the Norwegian flag on them. We do know that there are approximately 118 markers or memorials currently, and it's still an active burial site. In fact, the most recent burial was in July of 2021. The first burial was in 1851 and was a 14-year-old boy named Inger Nielsdatter. Like most things with this little cemetery, there isn't much to say, but I do like to think about what life was like at the time people lived. Young Inger was born several days after Martin Van Buren was inaugurated as the 8th U.S. President in 1837. Of course, he may not have been born here in the U.S. It's very possible that he was an immigrant. I know from some online research that there are a lot of Nielsdatters in Denmark. He lived until 1851 when Millard Fillmore was the 13th president. Wisconsin became a state in 1848, so Inger got to live through that experience, assuming he was here at that time. Sadly, there are no other Nielsdatter burials in this little cemetery, and I was unable to locate any other Nielsdatters in any other nearby cemeteries. More than likely, his family moved away from the area after his death, or he had been taken in and cared for by some other family, and we just don't know. The oldest birth date in the cemetery is that of Nils Klangland. He was born in 1777 and lived until 1864. That means he was 86 or 87 at the time of his death. He was born before America even existed as a nation and lived through the first 16 American presidents, from George Washington in 1789 through Abraham Lincoln in 1864 when he passed away. Like Inger Nielsdatter, Nils was almost certainly an immigrant who didn't come here until the 1800s. But unlike young Inger, Nils had three other Klanglands buried nearby: Asa, Hans, and Lars. Sadly, there are at least 5 unknown individuals buried in this little cemetery. They're unknown to us anyway, not unknown to God. So, is anybody famous buried here? Well, no. But every life is invaluable, and every life has a story to tell, including family, friends, and other loved ones. And God doesn't make mistakes. As for the grounds themselves, they're very well kept, and that's a good thing. That's it for Norwegian Cemetery for now, but remember, keep looking up.